also raised the issue of sanctions against Zimbabwe and argued that the sanctions that are imposed on Zimbabwe have a collateral damage on us as South Africa, in that as they implement those sanctions against Zimbabwe, it weakens the Zimbabwean economy, resulting in Zimbabweans leaving Zimbabwe in droves, going to neighbouring countries, South Africa's Botswana and Namibia, and we then suffer collateral damage as a result of that, because as they come to our countries, they obviously want services which we have to provide, and it imposes a burden.
Good thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 17th of September 2022. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and follow. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment. Our Facebook group, it's Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We are also available on Sai. Yes, our podcast is a Prince Miller podcast. Let's go and look for us. And so, guys, you just heard from the South African President is Cyril Ramaphosa. The man is in the United States of America. Yes, he's meeting his counterpart, the US President Joe Biden. Yes, and one of his main topics was about Zimbabwean sanctions. And yes, so add it in the comment section. This is the audio thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Many people on social media, some people on social media, they're saying that for sanctions to be removed, Panama conditions are of which Zimbabwean government needs to implement, needs to act on those conditions are so that those sanctions can be removed. Mwari kuti aiwa aizinyaya yemasanctions iri kuti vanhu vaende kuSouth Africa, vaende kuBotswana, vaende kuNamibia, aiwa inyaya yecorruption irimo muZimbabwe. Sanctions are kukonzeresa any problem. Those sanctions are targeted sanctions. They are individuals who pass sanction list and they are affected by sanctions. They are not the Zimbabweans, not the ordinary Zimbabweans. Saka many people are divided when it comes to the sanctions. Muno ane a way of interpreting those sanctions. Some say they are targeted, some say they are affecting Zimbabweans. And saka and so I went to our favorite journalist, Hope, of course, the man here to speak about this is actually blaming Cyril Ramaphosa of turning a blind eye on Zimbabweans. He's saying that Cyril Ramaphosa went to America and met with President Joe Biden. He talks about the trade and how American companies are comparing SA because of reforms and conducive environment. He then asked the same American to remove sanctions on Zimbabwe without reforms, the same reforms that he said have done wonders for South Africa. There's a difference between a leader and a politician. President Ramaphosa is a politician. This is what Hope wrote here, and he continues. He said that it's embarrassing for President Ramaphosa to be responded to like this before even he attempted to sell his sanctions propaganda unsuccessfully. Americans knew that President Ramaphosa was coming with his sanctions propaganda. This embarrassed the whole region and continent when our leaders are seen as jokes and not as taken seriously. Zimbabwe is broken because of looting, corruption, and lack of rule of law, not sanctions. And because the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, yes, tweeted yesterday about this whole situation after the meeting of Ramaphosa and Biden. They said Biden should use this meeting with Cyril Ramaphosa to urge the government of South Africa to end its blatant misinformation campaign about US sanctions and use its regional leadership to support democratic reforms in Zimbabwe. He continues saying that the admin should also carefully consider who is invited to the US African Summit. If the admin insists it must invite a government representative from Zimbabwe, it should look for someone who has a less abysmal human rights, corruption, and democratic record than the foreign minister. And this is what they are saying, that even if Zimbabwe is invited to US Africa Summit, which will be happening soon, they need to choose someone else. Sina Shipomero Maoko, and they've also rejected the foreign minister, who is Ambassador Frederick Shaw, US Africa Summit. But anyway, Cyril Ramaphosa, the man, is saying that the US needs to remove sanctions against Zimbabwe, but other people are saying with Iowa there's no need to remove those sanctions. They need to first of all do my reforms. They need to follow through the conditions akaiswa na America muna 2000 tikati nyaya dzema-sanctions. Those conditions akateedzera akatwa nemazvo. Yes, ma-sanctions ngabviswa zvawo, but nyaya iriko kuZimbabwe haizi nyaya yema-sanctions, inyaya ye-corruption. And so I'm gonna read some of the comments people have been commenting yes, in the comment section regarding to this, because it's a very critical topic which I think we need to discuss here on the Prince Bell Entertainment TV, because we have been talking a lot about it for months and months and months. And so someone is saying that Ramaphosa doesn't care as long as he is benefiting a large portion for only himself from what is happening in Zimbabwe. If he really did, Zimbabwe would not be where it is today. As Zimbabweans, we are on our own. There is no one to save us except ourselves. And at the time when the Zimbabweans realize that they are on their own, that will be the time when they will take proper action. Forget about SADC, AU or UN. The action and the way forward starts with you and me. And no matter but I have a question also. Why Mnangagwa and his government wait for other people to raise issues of sanctions while he is there? When he meet with American president, we didn't hear him complaining about these issues. I can see that Garo is fooling us when he talk about sanctions. Is there a way to loot public funds hiding on sanctions? And it's so clear Ramaphosa and his administration will look aside as usual when ZANU-PF unleashes violence as part of its campaign strategies as usual. Change in Zimbabwe is something they cannot handle yet. They must be prepared. House our chicken and goats if they continue with such propaganda. Why are they so afraid of telling the truth? A Mayor MC said ED is out of order and he supported just a week after that the narrative is changed. Yes, because Ramaphosa wakazoenda Popo, yes, a few days ago to meet the MEC of Limpopo, Popi Ramatuba. Yes, kuti vanonowo kuti zvakamira sei chichi kunyatsoitika because of that viral videos which are leaked on social media a few weeks ago, which were trending about Zimbabweans flooding in Limpopo, in Musina there. And inyaya yekutoti inongonyadzisa kunzwa kuti munhu arobva kuZimbabwe ouya kuzozvarira muSouth Africa wodzokera kuZimbabwe. It just shows that hazvanyatsombira mushe in our home country which is Zimbabwe. And Ramaphosa kuti no, it's because of sanctions. Ari kutaura kuti vanhu vabve kuZimbabwe vauya kuzozvarira kuSouth Africa. Ma-sanctions akabviswa, tinoona vanhu vakawanda vachigara vari kuZimbabwe vasauya kuSouth Africa. This is what the man is saying. And so this is Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Bell Entertainment TV. Remember to like, share, comment and follow. On my own views, I feel like Ramaphosa is playing politics. He's a politician, of course. He knows that there's some conditions that are there for sanctions to be removed, and he needs to have a serious discussions with his counterpart Mnangagwa. Because for Zimbabwe to have a very, very undisputed election, those conditions need to be followed. And yes, transparency on the ground, political level playing field should be there. Among other serious pointers, Americans did point in 2000. And so this is Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Bell Entertainment TV. Got it already in the comment section. Remember to like, share, comment and follow. It was a well try for him. Yes, it really means that he's a good political friend, and yes, someone who can stand for you. At the same time, we all know that South Africa has been benefiting from Zimbabwe's misery. Yes, Panyazi labor. I mean, they can't pretend like those illegal immigrants are not contributing something in South Africa. Like for real, they are contributing something. They are buying goods, they are sending money, and South Africa is actually benefiting from it. But as a friend, of course, tikongwa arifuna kungomirira mumwe wako kuti ano amaya munhu aenda kutoilet apodza kuti munhu uyu anaenda kutoilet atimunoona hake musikana wake andika. Saka this is what Ramaphosa did here. Angomiriro ED kuti what I had to say this because this is the only chance I can say it to the people. But at the same time, the removal of those sanctions won't solve our problems that we have as Zimbabweans, and those problems can only be solved by us as Zimbabweans, not with South Africa, not with America, but us as Zimbabweans. Ndisu tinokwanisa kugadzisa maproblems ari muno muZimbabwe, and saka zviri kwatiri isusu kuti tikwanise kuchinja zvinhu, otherwise changofa chingosekwa nevanhu chingotreatwa kunge vanhu vanopenga. Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Mill Entertainment TV. Thank you for listening and watching. Bless up.